Okay, everyone, we're back with another edition of What's the Hype? This is a food and beverage edition. I've got some very special guests here. We've got Ethan, who's our food and beverage director. We've got Miranda, who's our assistant event director. Got Maddie, who's our assistant F&B manager, and then Jordan, our executive chef. So we're going to talk a little bit about the off season, kind of recap some events, talk about goals for the year, talk about can't miss events for 2026. And just whatever else we get going on. I know a lot of you, this is your first podcast, so look forward to seeing what you bring to the table, especially you, Chef Jordan, with your fancy barbecue shirt on.
Yes.
We're recording this on Friday, March 20th. Chef just got done with a grill out on the golf course. Figured we'd do a grill out. Sounds like a few people went through, but not as many as we thought. So maybe tomorrow. I think he's planning on doing it tomorrow. So
Yeah, tomorrow will be good.
yeah. All right, we'll kick things off. So the off-season at Hyperion for the F&B team is really not an off-season outside of our few months in January. You know, you look at the golf operation, gym staff, Adam staff, it's pretty quiet when the golf course closes. But for us, it really continues to be busy, specifically the month of December. So December is our second busiest month to June on record when it looks at sales throughout the year. Miranda, I'm going to kind of turn things over to you. Fill our audience in, I should say, on what goes on in the month of December in the event department.
Yeah. The month of December, like you said, it's very much down. Oh my goodness, I'm already studying. I'm so nervous.
Don't be nervous.
Don't be nervous. It's all right.
We're all friends here.
We're freestyling this.
No, but it's the down season of golf, but it is a busy season for the banquet space and the events. We definitely have holiday events for members, but also just holiday parties for corporate businesses. Oh my goodness, I cannot talk. But
You're doing great.
definitely a busy time for Hyperion. We are booked fully in the month of December. Obviously, one of our biggest member events is Santa Brunch. We've got a lot of people. How many people? Probably 300, 400 families.
350, 400?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
always a big event. Great time, good turnout always. It's always such a special event here for Hyperion with a bunch of members coming out with their families during the holiday season. But yeah, like you said, December is a big month before we guys close off for the season. So
Yeah, no, I was real impressed with everybody during the month of December. That was busy. You have some days where you have, a breakfast event, and you have 2 lunch events, and you have 3 at night, and then you turn around and do it all again the next day. So it's about a 3 or 4 week period, kind of right after Thanksgiving, all the way up to nearly Christmas, where we have activity. So again, you may think it's a slow season for the F&B team, and it's really there is no slow season. So anyway, but no, very busy time. Even the last couple months, I know you've been filling in for Kelly, who's been on maternity leave. Usually January and February are a slow time, but it's kind of been the opposite, just with events during the day, in the evenings, as we just as I just mentioned. But it's a busy time, and now the golf course is open.
Yeah, the busy time is near. It is ready to be here in full force. Pool's going to open here soon.
We're going to open it tomorrow. It's supposed to be 91 degrees.
Yeah.
I got a garden hose in it right now.
Perfect.
All right. Well, thank you, Miranda. Ethan, why don't we kind of transition over to you? I know we're in the greens here, and we really see the activity in the greens really pick up significantly once the golf course closes. And you've done some newer events outside of just adult-only dining. Kind of talk about what's been going on in the greens the last couple months.
As we kind of came together as a whole team, we thought some new events that incorporated the teens, younger kids to get involved, to see this area, as it is just the adult-only dining. And so what we had, the first event that we did was mother-son date night. That was the second event here. That event went well here. And prior to that, what brought us to that is that particular event was the daddy-daughter dining extravaganza. We had a great time with that, putting that together. Had a great turnout here. We look forward to being able to do that. It works on a good time just because a lot of the schools or churches and things that are out there do daddy-daughter dances. And so we thought, you know what, we'll try a just dining to get the experience and stuff, to let the younger ones know when they become members here and want to experience this area.
I thought that daddy-daughter night and the mother-son were really, really nice, very well done events.
Yeah.
New events and utilizing the greens. Some feedback we have received that, maybe families could use this area from time to time.
Yeah.
And so we had 2 events where they could, and I thought it was really, really nice. So very well done
Yeah.
to everybody. Another big night we've had this off season is the crab night.
Yes.
Holy moly.
That was excellent. We did it last year. Everybody remembered it, and it really shot off. We were at a point talking with Chef, what we do, what should we look at, because we hadn't had this time before, and we booked out. We booked out not only the greens area, but our greens banquet area, and we had some overflow in our Vista One event space. So we hope next year that when we do this, that we will continue with that. Check out all our pages and things, our social media stuff, to see when these types of events are coming. April 3rd is going to be our next event, which is the seafood boil night. We have quite a few reservations already, but continue on with that. And, we like doing these. I have found that not only these types of events, but the prefix menu that we had done kind of solo, that has gone well. Valentine's was an excellent,
That's another good one. Yeah.
Dining deal. So, and all of this, we plan all this, but it is really Chef Jordan who comes up with the dinings and stuff, the entrees, the meals. He's really knocked it out of the park on these. So we really appreciate that and love having him here.
It's been busy, yeah.
Yeah.
Chef, how many pounds of crab legs did we go through that night? I've never seen people eat so much crab in Iowa.
I want to say we went through about 100 pounds of crab legs that night, starting from 5:30, and I was cooking them all the way till 9:05. I want to say the last little refills came in.
9:05.
Busy. So right now, Ethan, our hours are Thursday through Saturday, correct?
That is correct.
In the greens, and then
Yep.
beginning in April, we transition to what are our new hours and the days?
Yes, we will be open then on Friday and Saturday nights. That's again 4:30 to 9 o'clock. So those will change at that time. Once pool comes open as well, we will use this as a business center, which we found last year was a great deal for the swimming deal, and they can look out and stuff. But to use this as a business center during the day, which would be Tuesday through, I think we did Tuesday through Friday for that. So,
yeah, that was really well received last year. It's an area where nice and cool in the hot summer. Still look out and see your kiddo, whether they're in swim lessons or swim team or whatever they may be doing. And if you need to take a call or jump on your laptop and want some privacy, this is the place to do that here starting in June, which will be here before we know it. And speaking of the pool, Maddie, you hopped in here.
Yes. Hi.
The pool leader, the overlook leader.
Yes.
What can members expect down at the pool this year? Maybe talk about the menu for the overlook. I know you've got some fun things planned with the infamous wine cup.
Yes.
Maybe you could enlighten our listeners on all the fun things you have planned for down at the pool.
So this year we kind of changed up the ice cream menu a little bit, and we're going to be bringing in Dippin' Dots. So look forward to that coming out here.
I think that's going to be a huge hit.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's going to be huge. Chef and I are working on the flavors right now, so TBD on those. But yeah, so we're bringing out Dippin' Dots. Dirty sodas are coming back, but with more flavors that we can make. So if you guys have any suggestions, let us know. And then for pool wine cups, some of you started that last year. There was only 10 of you that got to get these cups. We're going to bring those back this year. We're only going to order 30 in this year. And then we're only going to order in 30 pool cups also. So they're limited this year. So you better get on it sooner than later. Otherwise you won't have one for the summer. So, yeah, that's new for the pool this year.
So the wine cup.
Yes.
So you buy the wine cup, and then what do you get with the wine cup?
Yes.
Obviously the cup.
Yeah,
But
so
the
you
wine.
get a
People want to know
certain-
about the wine.
Okay, so you get a certain wine cup for down only at the Overlook, and then after you buy that, you get $2 off your glass of wine. So you can use that. You use it every single time you come here, and you have to use that cup to get the deal. And so you'll get a refill, and you say, "Oh, I have the pool wine cup," and my staff and me, if I'm serving you down there, will charge you for $7 instead of $9. So.
So
Yeah.
this is an insulated cup, correct?
It is
So
an
you're gonna
insulated
keep
cup.
The
Yes.
mostly white wine, rosé down at the pool. It's going to keep it cold
It's going
compared
to keep
to
it
a
cold.
plastic cup where it gets
Yes.
warm in 5
Yeah.
minutes.
Yep. So I highly
Fancy.
suggest you getting your hands on these. So
Like I
Yeah.
said, the infamous wine cup.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you guys have been busy right now hiring for the summer. It looks like, from what it sounds like, that you have most of your staff hired in
Yeah.
different areas, which is always good. I know some years can be more of a struggle than it was this year, but it's good to have your staff in place and be able to train and do your all staff meetings where you have an opportunity to get in front of everybody and touch on important things. That's important to all of us here, and then obviously the membership as well. So, looking forward to another successful year in the food and beverage department, specifically the pool. It's such a quick season, and we try to pack it in down
Yes.
there.
That it is.
You
Very
blink
quick.
and it's July 4th, then you blink again and it's August 1st, and it's like, where did it go? But with new leadership down at the pool, with Sherry kind of taking a step back, I'm
Yeah.
excited for the team this year down there with trying some different things. And I look at the pool as an area where, the possibilities are kind of endless when it talks about events
yes.
or different things we can do down there. And if it's a nice day, there's going to be people down there, just
Oh,
like the
yeah.
golf course.
Yes, definitely.
Chef, why don't we turning things over to you? Maybe talk about the menus in the sports bar. I know you just recently rolled out a new menu in the sports bar the last month.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe fill in the membership on how often it's going to change, both in the sports bar and the greens. And then maybe the gluten-free aspect. We'll get to that in a minute. We've had some comments from our membership on that. So, and Maddie was gluten-free. Can speak to that.
Yes, gluten-free power, everybody.
Turn things over to Chef Jordan.
Yep. So we switched the menu late February, more of a springtime. Apologies for my voice. I'm recovering. I just lost my voice the other day. But we switched the menu to more of a springtime vibe at the end of February. Then coming mid-June, or early July, we'll switch it again for more of a summertime. Then back around that September time frame, we'll switch it one more time for a more fallish vibe. Just keeping in-season aspects on the menu, changing the menu frequently so membership won't get too bored with it and see new options from time to time. Then with the greens, since we switch our hours here soon, only till Friday, Saturday, that will get shrunken down to a slightly smaller menu than it is now. Then that one will change a little more frequently than our sports bar menu. So every 1 to 2 months, I could see that one changing, as the sports bar is like every 3 to 4 months going forward. Now with our gluten-free options, a lot of our menu can be made gluten-free in the sports bar. I'll say probably 90% of it. If it's a simple mod, as in our chicken marsala not doing the flour on the chicken when we pan sear it, or offering a gluten-free bun or gluten-free white bread, or even gluten-free pasta for most of our pastas.
Or even gluten-free pizza, the dough for that too. So
Yeah, we got a cauliflower crust for our gluten-free pizza.
That's good. That's good to know. I know I've had some feedback personally from some members, that maybe weren't aware of that. And we're trying to do a better job of educating our staff, the front of house service staff, that, 90% of our menu can be made gluten-free just with a simple modification. So you may see GF after a menu item. Obviously, that means gluten-free. But really, nearly everything can be made gluten-free just with a simple request. Might take a few minutes longer, so we ask for your patience with that. But our motto is, if we have it in-house and you want it, we're going to do our best to make it. And we want to accommodate not just gluten-free, but all dietary restrictions,
Yep.
because that's a
Yeah.
big thing. So, okay, May, you've got this wine dinner coming up at the driving range. What is this all about?
Yep. So me and Mario,
Oh, that sounds like trouble just off
Yeah.
the start. You and Mario.
driving range. Yeah.
in the past, we done a wine dinner outside on the 10T box. this time we want to switch it up a little bit. So we're going to do it in the back of the driving range where the new putting greens is at. Going to be a little bit smaller than our normal amount of our wine dinners that we do in here. So we probably cap it at 30 people. But it would be something to get you guys outside, see me and my team being out there and playing it in front of you with our tables and grilling out in front of you. The menu with there has a couple grilled items and just being outside, enjoying the nice weather, being in a different environment, really just hone in on it.
Great.
Yeah.
And that's Friday, May 15th, if I remember right.
Yep,
Yeah.
that'd be Friday, May 15th.
Great.
It'd be a slightly early start time, too. We're looking at about 6 o'clock start time, just so, we could beat the sunset.
Yeah, that'll be cool. I know you guys have talked about maybe doing a traveling wine dinner out on the golf course at some point. So this is kind of a good warm up to see how that will turn out. So that's a fun idea. New ideas are always good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another event that we're kind of talking about as a can't miss event is the Kentucky Derby Twilight Party. This is quite the undertaking that we're going to take on as a staff to make this one of those premier events. Miranda, what have we got planned for this?
Yeah, this is going to be really fun. I'm very excited about it. Chef and I think Paige just put out the marketing for this. So it is up on 4Ts and you can see all the details about it. But similar to if you guys were out here for the Iowa High School State Boys not basketball. Oh my gosh. Golf. We work at a golf course. We are going to rent out that big screen again. And I think, similar to like the Kentucky Derby, how obviously this is a Twilight. So any family member, any groups, they are more than welcome to dress up and dress the part as the Kentucky Derby theme. So I'm envisioning some really cool hats coming out here. I'm excited about this, but we're going to hopefully watch the Kentucky Derby out there and have some appetizers and play some golf. I mean, we can watch the Kentucky Derby during that cocktail hour. We're going to have that Derby up on that big screen. And then have some appetizers, go out and shotgun, do some golf, and then come back inside for some dinner. Yeah, it'll be an all-inclusive, full-blown, fun Kentucky Derby Twilight here at Hyperion. It's going to be good.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to that. And something with this Kentucky Derby, kind of the cocktail hour, even if you're not signed up for the actual Twilight, the golf portion, we encourage you to come out, have a drink, maybe have some appetizers. Have a mint julep. I think that's what they.
Yep.
Yeah, mint juleps.
Yep.
Yes.
And then wear your fancy, goofy hat, watch the Derby, and then maybe go in the sports bar and have dinner. So again, trying to do more events, just different stuff, spice things up a little bit, not just the status quo. This one is on a Saturday, May 2nd. First Saturday, May is always the Kentucky Derby. So you're going to see another Twilight in July on a Saturday. Some feedback we've gotten that Fridays might be a little tough to get off work in time and get changed and get to the club for the 6 o'clock shotgun start. So we're going to try them on Saturdays, see how that goes. So there's other events that they've got planned throughout the year that are kind of can't miss event. Obviously July 4th, Fall Fest, those are big events, the holiday brunches, but some other stuff that'll be sprinkled in. Chef Jordan just mentioned their wine dinner over at the driving range. Just finished up a spirits dinner and a beer dinner. Trying to, really just diversify our offerings. Obviously, the stuff we know is popular. We're not going to change that, but there's some other stuff that we'll kind of see a wrinkle to make sure that everybody's enjoying their experience up here. When it gets into the experience, I challenged each department to come up with departmental goals. Back in January, we do a big calendar meeting where we go through the whole year, both golf and F&B. It's like 28 people at a table, and we shut the door and we figure everything out for the year. So, maybe touch on a couple of your guys' goals from your department as we wrap up here. I don't know who wants to go first. Jordan, why don't we start with you?
Yeah, one of my personal goals was changing the menu more frequently than we have in the past. So like I stated earlier, the 3 to 4 month time frame, just so you guys could see some newer options more frequently and just playing more into the season, spring, summer, fall, and all that things.
Yeah, that's great. I know the membership will appreciate that. What about Maddie and Ethan? What do you guys have when it comes to food and beverage?
You can go first if you
So kind of going off of Chef Jordan here with these new items, one of my biggest things is just getting the feedback. We've gotten a lot of feedback here, and we pass it along to Chef, to myself in does anything with the bar aspect and greens area. But that's a big goal of mine we are all here because of you guys out there for our audience. And we listen to you, and we've done a few things, these events, switched up some things as well because you guys are looking for that. And so for me, we look forward to continually being able to meet all these requests. We can't always do it all at once, but that's one big thing for me. Maddie?
Taking on like the Hyperion experience, making sure that we're having service excellence with our front of house staff, just making sure that you guys have a consistency with dining with us all the time. So yeah, just focusing on that and making sure you guys have the best experience.
Great. Miranda, how about you and Kelly in the events department?
I know. So while Kelly's been gone, I mean, it's been definitely focusing in on making sure everything's situated for the summertime, getting everything ready to go. We just booked the sheet for the patio wine music.
Ooh,
Yes,
so
the
that'll be
sheet's
fun.
very good.
So that'll be fun coming up too. But other than that, yeah, just really also a part of our goals is to make sure it's all inclusive. So like the mother-son date night, the daddy-daughter date night. I mean, that's enjoying the kids as well as the family, and then always making sure something new, fun, and elevated for the golf shop, for 4th of July. What do you want to see at Fall Fest? All of those fun things. We really try to make sure that there's some sort of all-inclusive thing to really make sure everybody's enjoying their time here. But yeah, now recently we've kind of been really honing in on that member feedback right now, kind of seeing what events they're looking forward to having here at the club, but also what they're hoping to see. So
yeah, feedback is, we want feedback, as Ethan mentioned, Miranda mentioned, stuff that we're doing to ensure that the Hyperion experience is being met. Like for example, for Chef Jordan, I'm messing this up, jump in and correct me, but you're tracking ticket times on a daily basis, and you're developing average ticket times for lunch and dinner, and soon to be breakfast when we start that.
Yep.
Some other stuff. I know Miranda and Kelly, they'll send a feedback questionnaire following every event. We're also doing other areas of feedback in the dining rooms, simple surveys, just more touching at tables. Want people's feedback. In the event something isn't right, we want to make sure we're aware of that and that we can rectify that. And obviously, if something is going really well, we want to celebrate our success as a team and continue to build on that. So, there's a lot of stuff we're doing outside of our KPIs to make sure that we're measuring our performance and making sure our performance is up to the Hyperion standards, which is something that I think the membership appreciates. And it takes a lot of hard work out of you guys, takes a few extra minutes at the end of the night to document something or talk about this or at a food and beverage meeting, but all of that is very well worth it. So specifically, I think the ticket time too thing is, it's really good for you, Chef Jordan, and your staff to make sure that food's coming out in a timely manner. I think you said lunch is like 12 minutes, 13 minutes?
Yeah, it's around like that. 11 to 12 is our average right now. And then our average as of right now for dinner is around the 22 to 24 time frame.
Which is very acceptable.
that's really good.
In my mind. Great. So one thing that I'm going to touch on my goals that we just completed was to complete the fitness center and the office kind of renovation. So we just completed that. Still got a couple punch list items in the office we're finding.
Yeah.
Lights that make a weird sound, power, that kind of thing. But made the big switch this week. So you'll have the food and beverage downstairs, with the exception of Miranda and Kelly. They'll be in the main office. Then accounting and HR, Allison and Amber, are down there. Really nice space that we created. So it's right at the bottom of the fitness, the stairs going down the fitness center. If you want to pop your head in, say hello to whoever is in there. All right, we'll wrap things up. We've been going about 25 minutes. I think this has been a really good discussion. You guys have done great. Okay, one last question. I know we've got this big NCAA bracket challenge amongst the staff for
Yes.
Darren is the defending champ. Who do you have winning it all this year? Chef, why don't we start with you?
I chose number 2 ranked Houston to win it all this year. They're
Cougars.
going to go up against Arizona in the final matchup, and they're going to beat them this time around.
Okay, Maddie.
I believe I have Duke. I'm not really sure.
Duke almost got beat yesterday.
Yeah, I just pick them off their colors. So
Typical.
I believe I have Arizona, but I really did push for Iowa State to make it to at least the
Clones.
Final Four. At least the Final Four. So
That'd be fun.
fingers crossed. Go Clones. But
Ethan,
Arizona.
what about you?
Now, I didn't partake in it.
Oh,
I
you didn't
usually
still
don't.
want-
But I will say I would, if I had to choose, I would go either Arizona or actually Yukon. Yukon is doing
Oh,
well as well.
Huskies.
So
Their coach is kind of a
that's
hothead,
my-
though.
yeah, he is.
He gets a lot of technicals.
Yeah.
I don't know. He doesn't look very happy.
Yeah.
He's not as happy with all of us.
Aw, no.
All right. Well, I had Arizona too. I think we'll see. You never
They're
know.
just really good
never
right
know.
now.
I
I
like
feel
the
like.
upsets, but you
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for your time. Appreciate you spending a few minutes with me, talk about F&B and all the fun things we've done this off season and everything to look forward to in 2026. Because the season's here at 75 degrees. It's supposed to be
Yes.
91 tomorrow.
Sheesh.
Here we go.
It's here.
So,
Iowa
It's
weather.
here.
Anyway.
Yes. Thank you, Evan.
all right. Thank you, everyone.
you.
We'll be back with
Thank
another
you.
episode probably with Adam and Jim here in the coming weeks.